Hey guys, today is Monday, July 27th. I'm coming to you from the office at our gym with this lovely fluorescent lighting that is super flattering. But as of today, I am 30 weeks pregnant, or officially was 30 weeks pregnant yesterday. And I mentioned this last week, but it's still blowing my mind how quickly this pregnancy is going by, even with all the craziness of this year and how time has kind of seemed just strange. The pregnancy is certainly going by really quickly. So I feel like I blinked and July passed us by and we're almost into August, which is nuts. Over the weekend, Chad and I were able to get away for a quick baby moon. We drove to Asheville, North Carolina, which is about a 4.5, 5-hour drive from Nashville. And it was just perfect being able to be up in the mountains, and it was beautiful. And we just had the opportunity we got a lot of rest and a lot of time to build connection and just talk. I think that's one of the biggest challenges for couples in general, but certainly once you become parents, just having that dedicated time to just really deeply connect and have conversations. And, we were able to talk a lot about just ways that we communicate, how we can improve that, and what we want for the rest of this year and future plans. And it was just really lovely. And so we really want to focus on that for the next 10 to 12 weeks until this little one makes his debut, because of course, when you have a newborn, it's really, really tough to have those opportunities to build connection. So definitely want to make that a priority for the next several weeks. What's been going on? So, I have been all along been planning to transfer my care from midwifery to an OB practice and planning with the plans of having a birth in the hospital, because with both of my previous pregnancies, I have had to transfer in labor when I was planning to have a home birth, and that was just really, really tough. So I had kind of gone into this pregnancy with the expectation, like, I want to have midwifery care through my pregnancy because I so deeply value that connection to my provider, and just having the home birth care experience it's really incredible. But I'd planned on transferring around 32, 34 weeks to get established with my OB. And I just feel like with everything going on with COVID, that doesn't necessarily feel right to me now. And my midwife for a long time has had a lot of faith that this birth would unfold a little bit differently than the others. So as of right now, I'm leaning towards proceeding with planning for a home birth. And I feel really confident in my birth team. We had a great conversation with our doula last Monday, and just feel like I'm going to continue to check in with my intuition and see how things are feeling. But I think it's going to be the right decision for our family. And I totally recognize that that's not the case for everybody. But I do think that a home birth is going to be the best route for us in this particular situation. Maybe third time will be a charm, but if I have to transfer to the hospital, at least I've had that experience. The one thing that I will definitely be doing in the next few weeks is packing a hospital bag, because I did not do that with either of my boys, and basically got to the hospital and had nothing. Like, the kids didn't have clothes to go home in. It was just kind of a mess. So we will have the car seat ready to go in the car installed, and we will have hospital bags packed just in case. But I'm hoping this little guy will decide to be born at home. So that's our plan as of right now, which means that I actually have to order some supplies, because of course, when you have a home birth, you've got to have things stocked up for the midwives to utilize. So we'll have to have, a newborn cap and Chuck's pads and just various, different things that they'll utilize during labor and birth. And it's kind of exciting to start to get those things already and kind of get in that mindset of being at home. So yeah, one of the things that I think has been really, really helpful, and I think I've shared about this before, but I'll continue to harp on, but it's utilizing spinning babies as a resource for helping baby to get an optimal position for labor and birth. And that can start, that can start in the early 20-week period, 24, 26 weeks, somewhere in there. And so there is a protocol, it's called 3 Sisters of Balance, that we've been using. Chad's been helping me complete those exercises, and I've noticed that has really helped with my SI joint pain, my low back pain, and even the pain that I was having in my hips pretty consistently. So if I stay on top of that, that seems to help manage the pain, and really that helps to balance the pelvis. It helps to balance the muscles of the pelvic floor, help things stay in alignment, kind of release some of the pressure on those ligaments. So I have been trying to keep up with that and do that at least 3 times a week. And that's been really cool to be able to involve Chad and just give me something tangible. And I mean, it takes like 5 minutes. It's not, a big long thing. Cause I know it's hard to add yet another thing, but it's super simple and such an effective tool. So 3 Sisters of Balance is something I would definitely recommend looking into, because I just feel like that's been so helpful. And then I've, of course, been incorporating exercises from both my physical therapist and my chiropractor. I will see my chiropractor this week, which I'm looking forward to, especially after having been in the car and just sitting in that position for so long. But really, I'm not having a lot of pain. Still having like some pressure in my hips. I think baby is just sitting really, really low. And so that's just putting a lot of pressure on those ligaments. But I mean, overall, I'm still feeling really good, moving really well. I'm getting a lot more Braxton Hicks. So I actually, typically will drink red raspberry leaf tea pretty consistently. I haven't been super consistent, honestly, with this pregnancy, but I'm gonna back off for a little bit because it is a uterine tonic, which can be a good thing, but I'm already having such consistent Braxton Hicks that I wanna kind of help things calm down a little bit and don't want to increase tone. So I'm gonna cut that out probably until about 36 weeks and then restart with that. I went ahead and bought a new dresser for our room that will serve as storage for baby clothes and diapers, and will be our changing table. I didn't think I was gonna do that, but it was exciting to get to buy that kind of stuff because we don't typically do a nursery for our kiddos. They usually stay in the room with us. So it's fun to still have like a little dedicated baby space. So we'll kind of carve out a corner of our master for that stuff. And I actually went ahead and bought a glider because I've never bought one. We had a hand-me-down one that I didn't really use. I haven't ever really used, and we still have it. So I'll need to get rid of that. But it's not super comfortable. So I went ahead and bought a rocker / glider / recliner. And I think that will be really, really awesome. And of course we'll be able to use it even after, I'm not using it to rock the baby and to nurse in. So I think it'll be nice to have. And, starting to get some little odds and ends together for baby, getting some clothes. I think I'm getting a delivery today, and it's just fun to get that stuff and start to get things organized. And I think it just makes it feel more real and builds that anticipation because I'm super excited for this little one. Trying to think what else. I think those are all the big things. This week, I really want to put out some more information specifically about the continuous glucose monitor. I've been putting that off, and I'm going to go ahead and do a video for you guys about that and also write a blog. So definitely drop me any questions that you guys have. I'm trying to get a lot of material together as we kind of wind down with this pregnancy. And I love hearing your feedback about what you want more information about. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll check in again soon.